Hey my lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Willeke, but I also go by Go Wide on all of my socials. And today I thought it would be fun to rate the Sweet Allure kit that just came out as an alpha simmer. I love my alpha custom content. Like you can see Alien Potter, who is from my Businesses and Hobbies Let's Play. You can see she's definitely wearing a lot of alpha custom content, and she has like this real more realistic look than what Max's Match or Max's Mix has. So I thought it would be fun for her to show off the items and let me just check it out in game and let me know my thoughts on it as a heavily custom content user. I also have for the male items that are also in game that came with this pack. I also have David here, who is a sim I created off camera just for fun. So I thought he would be a nice male model as well. So let's dive right in, and let's first start with the two full body outfits. So we have this shorter dress, which I do feel like it's a nice either formal or party outfit. I don't think it's something that I would put my sims in for every day. I do feel that it's nice with the detailing on the corset, and I also love the little lacing in the back. For the bows, I do like that it's not painted on. We do see sometimes with items in game that it's painted on, and I do think with most of these items in the pack that it's more 3D, not as much painted on. There will still be items that are painted on, but I feel like this does definitely not have that look that we saw maybe in some like earlier Sims packs and Sims kits. Color wise, there are some very nice swatches. I love the baby blue. I also love the lighter green. But there's definitely like enough color options to give your sim like a lot of different options. So I like that because that's with all the items in the pack. They do have these these color swatches that are matching. So you can definitely create like a color scheme or mix and match different types of colors that are working really well together. And for this dress, I feel this is definitely like an old money look. You see that the buttons are a little bit less 3D than we saw with maybe the bows. The bow is a little bit more 3D, but I feel the buttons are a little bit painted on. But this to me, it screams old money. It screams something that maybe Nancy Landgraf would wear, or maybe something that like a daughter of hers or a granddaughter of hers would wear. And again, you have like the same color swatches. I love like the baby blue again. I also love this brown swatch, which to me screams like even more old money. And then you have like the same color swatches that we saw in the other dress. So I like this more than the other dress because I feel like the detailing in this dress all on the top and the skirt part of the dress, it looks really nice. Like the buttons are painted on, but if you just look at the detailing of the dress, like it looks very well done. And to me, that screams more alpha custom content quality, or like really quality from a custom content creator, which of course this is a creator pack. So this one actually blows me away. Then going for the tops, we have 5 tops and we have 6 bottoms. First top is this black top with the little bows, and again we have all the different color swatches. So we have with white bows, we have the blue swatch, the brown swatch, 2 different greens, a more orangey, 2 different pinks, purple, white, and then yellow. Then the next top is this like cute little top with the lacing. I do feel this could be both a like top for maybe a teenager or something that I would actually wear to bed. Like I know it's meant for every day, but I do feel this could also be very nice as a cutesy top for going to sleep. And again, it has the same swatches as some of the other items have, or all of the other items have actually. Then going into this top, this one I actually liked the least of all of the tops, just because this like area here doesn't change color with the rest of the swatches. On all the items we have that it's, for example here you have the orange with the black or the baby blue with the white. the pink with the brown. Here it stays white or more like a cream coloring, and I understand the idea behind it, but I would have loved if it would have been matching and changing colors with all of the other items. So here we would have had the black, and here we would have had like a brown. I feel like it would have been more in line with the rest of the items. And also we got this blue swatch that I haven't seen on any of the item items before. I love this blue color, and I wish it would have been on all of the other items. So that's one thing that I feel is a bit lacking in this pack. It's just this particular color swatch not being on all of the other items. But all in all, like, it's still a very nice top. Like, the color, it's still very, very nice. I just wish, like, for example, now you have like the white and the white. I just wish that this would have changed colors with each of the other swatches. Then this top is more your like business-esque look. Like, this would scream to me like somebody working in an office. Like, I feel like this is something that Pam from The Office could wear. I also feel like this is something that you could see maybe on a lawyer who is just, or paralegal, who is just not working like in the office and not going to clients that day. I feel like this is a very nice business-esque outfit. And again, here you have like the different swatches, and here I feel like this blue swatch would have been perfect as a sweater color. So again, missing that blue swatch, but the swatches are still very nice. I like the knitted detail, like it's again looking really nice, and you have a lot of different like options, so it's definitely well done. Again, just one point of criticism. Then you have this top, which again for me feels very teenagey. It feels like something I would put on my teenagers, that they would like be maybe 15, 16 years old, and I feel like this is something that they would wear. And here you have similar to all the other items with the same color matches. Like, I feel here we had black on all the other items. So I wish it would have been black too, although I love the look with the brown. I wish it would have been with the black that we saw in the other items. Same here. Usually I see from all the other items it's green and white, and now we see green and pink. So that's just something that I see that are small differences. Again, here pink and pink instead of pink and white. It still looks nice. I'm definitely like happy with how this pack turned out. I definitely do think that I'm going to create some sims to put on the gallery with these items. But I wish some of these swatches would fully match for all items, instead of just having like one swatch that's on one item and then using the same swatches and it's different on some of these items. Then for the bottoms, I think this top is going to be the nicest to show off, and I'm going to put it in the color swatch that I love the most, which is a little bit... I feel this one is actually very nice. Then the first one, you have this skirt with the lace, and I don't think there's something that we've had like this in game. So it does look really nice. You do have the different swatches that you can actually match with the top. So you can either match it with like the white lace with top, or you can have a swatch like the brown, which works with this, or the pink where we have it be able to mix like with this swatch, for example. So there's a lot of like options to mix and match, which I do find really, really nice. Then you have these like pants that I love the stitching on them. I do like, here's what I say with the painted on, like you do see that the hoops for where the belt goes in, like it's painted on, and I wish those would have been 3D. I know it's not always possible, but that's just my preference. But I still love like the stitches on it, and the like damaged part here and here. I think it's really nice. All in all, again, these are some really nice color swatches and really nice to like have. We don't have, I feel like something, we do have pink trousers or pink pants, but I don't feel that we have something with like this kind of quality. So it's really nice to have something like this. Then we have this with the bow wrapped around the pants or around the leg. And the bow is again matching with the top. So I prefer this one. Personally, I wouldn't put an item with a bow on my sim, even though it looks really nice. I do feel like the parts of the bow is painted on, and it's looking a little bit less 3D on like the string part compared to the actual bow part. It's a nice item. It's different from what we have with some of the items, but it's not necessarily something I would put on my sims. Then we have these shorts, which again similar with the stitching from the other pants. Like, it looks nice. It can color match with some of the tops. We have the not lace but the frill at the bottom, which I find is really nice because it's different from the shorts that we've seen that I feel like are not always really cutesy style, and sometimes I would just prefer putting skirts on my sims instead of putting shorts. And now we can also put the shorts. I actually love this green color. Like, this one is really nice, and here you can really see the detailing that has been painted onto the shorts. So this is really like the nice detailing, which you would also see on shorts in real life. And then you have the pink swatch. Then we have this skirt, and I believe this, no, I thought these were similar, but just with the bow. But we have this one with the bow, again similar to the pants. I would not have the bow there. Like, that's a personal preference. I think it still looks nice, although it's again a little bit painted on compared to it being 3D. But for me personally, like, this is probably going to be together with this top, one of my least favorite items from this pack. We have again the different swatches. So here we have that blue again that we also saw on the top. So it's there, but it's only in like this color combination. Like, you can only have the blue there. I just wish it was on all of the items because I love that blue color. Then we have the baby blue, the brown and the pink, the green, the light green, and again all of the other swatches that we saw on all of the other items. So colors are nice, like, they're really nice, but this item, it's just not for me. And then the final skirt is a little bit more I want to say with bourbon, but I don't think it's the right name for the pattern. But it's a little bit more patterned, which again, like, you have the swatches coming through. It looks really nice. I feel like this is something that also, because it's a bit shorter, would be more party than regular, but you can still put it on regular. And also this color swatch for me actually screams, oh, what's the name of the movie? I'm gonna look up the name of the movie because there's a movie in my head that's like early 2000s, and I feel like this is one of the skirts that she would have definitely worn. Okay, it was a few years earlier, and that is from 1995. It's from the Clueless movie. I feel like this is definitely something that the main character would wear. So it's nice to have that vibe. Then we do also have some shoes with the bows, and I love that these bows are 3D, even though like the place where you put the straps, click the steps through your shoes. I feel like that is also again a little bit more painted on, while the shadows do create that 3D vibe. You have the same swatches as you have on the other items, but for this one, I feel like you have the bow matching with the shoe. I would have preferred that the bow would have a different color compared to the rest of the shoe. So you have the, let's say the black here, you barely see the bow. I would have preferred if it was a white from this top or pink, because the colors do work, so it would have been also matching again with the tops. They still look really nice. I still think they're really, with the heel as well, it looks nice. My personal preference would have been that it would have matched, the bow wouldn't have been the same color as the shoe. Then we do have no accessories in like bracelets, gloves, rings, toenails. We do have in leggings these leggings or these panties, which do have the different swatches, and you can actually see that there's like a rhinestone, I feel like, on it. To me, this is really like mixing or matching with Max's and the Max's style, and this is something that I probably would not put on my alpha sims. So, well, I feel like it's really nice for people who don't use custom content to have it in game. I personally will not use this unless I'm creating a no CC sim. And here again, you have that swatch that's only on like very limited items, which again, I would have wished it would have been on other items. You can see here, it's again, all the different swatches. You see that sometimes you see more of the rhinestones or like where the squares connect. Sometimes it's like the same color, sometimes it's a different color. I feel like for here it's fine, but again, for the shoes, I would have wanted it to be different. And then we also do have some accessories over here. We do have a beret, which I like a lot. I find it really nice. I love a beret. I regularly put it on my sims. So to have it as an item in game, I'm always giving it a thumbs up. And then the other thing we have are these bow earrings with like the little pearl below. Here we do have the different color options. There's less of the different color varieties like we've had in the items, but I do feel it's fine because you have a black version, you have what I would say is a little bit more rose gold, a gold version, a more pink version, and then a silver version. So I find for this it's fine if it doesn't have like the blue or the green or all those, because you won't always see that on jewelry. Would it have been nice to have like the bow in all of those colors? Yes, it would have been nice. I don't think it's necessary to have it as a part of the item, and I feel like the swatches are fine on this. Then you also have two necklaces. You have first the pearls with the bow, and here you have like the same swatches as you have on the earrings. So again, would have been nice if the bow was, for example, blue on some of the swatches, or green or orange. Yes, but I don't think it is a necessity. So the final one is this with like the little freezer bunny. And here, same thing. I wish the freezer bunny would be different from the necklace wire. So you see like in all of the swatches, the freezer bunny has the same color. Personally, I want to have it more matching with the pearls. So if you have, for example, white pearls, black necklace, white freezer bunny, that's my personal preference. It's not bad. You also have the lock in here, which I find like is really, really nice. It looks really realistic. It's just a personal preference. Again, swatches are really nice. So still, all in all, like I feel like the female items, they're definitely nice. They look nice. There's no makeup. I do believe this pack should have had some nails, because you can really do something nice with like the nails and some cutesy nails that really match the style. This is not like the greatest color combo, so I'm just quickly gonna put her in a top that's a little bit better with the color combo. Like, it does look really nice all put together. Just personally for me, I feel it should have been included nails, although this pack does have 27 items, which is on the more average side of all the kits. We do have one that's like 30 items or 33 items. We also have one that like 14 items. So item wise, I feel like it's a good amount. Few things I would have added, few things I would have done different. But for the females, all in all, I am positively surprised. Then for the males, let's just quickly select David. So this is David Kendrick. He is a very handsome male, and I would personally see him as a golden retriever. So for the first outfit, we have this blazer with the bows. This is the same one, like the same drawing as we had on the old money dress. I like the blazer. I like the shirt underneath. Personally, I wouldn't do bows for a man. So for a guy or for a man, I wouldn't have put the bows on there. Nevertheless, it's still a very nice suit, and it does have the same items that we have with the female colors. Then we have this fur jacket. I am not a fan of fur jackets, but I do feel like this is again something that you could put on maybe an adult or an elder. Like you do have a potential to put it on different ages, or a young adult who just loves fur coats. It still has the same color swatches. I feel like I'm repeating myself so many times now, but it has the same color swatches as all of the other items. Personally, I feel it looks best in either of these two swatches, which are really nice. I would have also added a softer cream swatch, but all in all, still a very nice look. And here, wait, wrong top. The shirt doesn't change underneath. For some of these swatches, I would have said maybe change the shirt underneath from white to maybe black, or like here, for example, I would have done a black shirt instead of a white shirt because now it's a little bit too white. So that's again just a preference for my side. Then we have this like really posh old money look. I do feel this bit is a bit more painted on than it is 3D, although if you look at it from the side it's 3D, but just like the buttons again. Personal thing from my side. Same swatches as we see, like here you have the blue, but it's matching with the other light blue shirt. But still, where is this blue in all of the other swatches? All in all, it's nice. Like this is something that I've also put on some of my Sims in the past with an alpha custom colored version. So no complaints here that this is in game now. I feel like this is more. I feel it's better than one that we have in game. I do think that we already have one that's in game. I feel this one is a bit more better and has a little bit more not custom content, a little bit more color swatches. Then we have this top, and this is something that I personally do not like. I don't think I will use it. I do feel that there is definitely usability for this item here. Like maybe you could do something like a decades challenge where this item could work really well, or like an older story where this could really well, or even something with like a cosplay team. That's what I would use it more for than that I would put it on my Sims for an everyday. Again, this is my personal style. I do not like this item as it's not something I would personally use. I do feel that there's definitely usabilities for this item that maybe somebody else would enjoy more than I would. And then we have this one, which is something I personally would not have the cutouts here, like the frill here. Personally, I would just keep it like a regular shirt. It still looks nice, like the whole overall it looks really nice. You have like the knitted version here, which I find really nice, but here is that blue swatch again, which should have been on all items. So a little bit of a satire here that is again on only a few of the items, because it just looks so nice. And I feel like this color one is the best of all, together with maybe this white. And here we do have again the switching shirt underneath, so that's something that I want to see as more of a theme in the whole pack, that it would have been for all items. But all in all, like the men items, they're a little bit less, I feel like they're a little bit more for warmer weather compared to where we have for the girls a little bit more, no, I have to say the other way around. For men, I feel like it's a little bit more for colder weather and more for like autumn and winter. Whereas for the females, I feel like it's a little bit more spring and summer. So we do have to see this pack as like for two different periods of time for the Sims, while the overall theme is really matching. We also have two bottoms for the males, so you have one with the pearls and the bows. Again, the bows I wouldn't have put on there, and I initially thought this was a chain instead of the pearls, which I didn't feel like was matching this pack until now I see that it's pearls and I feel like yes, it's matching this pack. It's again a black swatch. We have some blue swatches similar to what we see on the female pants. A pink swatch. This is really posh again for me. Gray swatch, a hot pink, and then a blue. I feel we had on the girls' pants some green swatches as well, which would have been nice here. But all in all, like it's nice. You have some detailing near the shoe. So while I was surprised by the pearl chain, I don't mind these. And then the final one, these are some shorts, so we'll put it with this item. It's some shorts with some belts, with I feel like it's always nice for having a posh sim in summer. So we have here the different color swatches that we have on the tops as well, with this blue again. So all in all, I would give this pack an 8 out of 10. I think all of the items look nice. There are some points of criticism. So personally, I would use this pack, and I would recommend all of you to buy this pack if you don't use alpha custom content or any type of custom content, or don't want or are not able to use it. So for me, this is my opinion. I hope you lovelies like this video. If you do, click the like button down below. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of the pack. Have you bought it? Do you like it? Is there something that you don't like? Like, let me know your opinion in the comments down below. And if you're not subscribed yet and don't want to miss out on either a wholesome or chaotic video, make sure you click the little subscribe button down below as well. And I'll see you lovelies in the next one.